Behind me is an influencer with 2 million followers promoting air from the moon.
How much would you pay for real moon air?
And this is 5 other influencers promoting equally dumb things. But the best part is, the air didn't come from the moon, it came from me.
You see, influencer scams are thriving. Scam coins, fake sport drinks, and moldy cheese.
There's a ton of mold in there.
All of which you obviously shouldn't promote.
Well, there are millions of types of influencers, and I want to find out what type of influencer is the most honest and truthful when sponsoring a product. So I've divided all of our influencers into 4 categories: food, lifestyle, entertainment, and beauty.
To see which category of influencer does the most research before taking money from a sponsor. And that way, hopefully, you don't get scammed.
So I've come up with 5 completely bogus products, each with their own website and their own backstories. But to give these influencers a chance to redeem themselves, I put red flags everywhere. In their email, on the website, so if any of them took 2 seconds to make sure that this was real, they'd realize all of this was fake.
My cock's long.
I didn't know that.
But if we were going to trick influencers into promoting fake companies, we first needed to create some absolutely horrible products.
So we've done some brainstorming and I've put together a couple of ideas. And I think I'm gonna start off with an old friend. So the idea is we're gonna take the pucks of ramen out of this, put it in these, put a label on it, and we've made it intentionally terrible to see if the influencers will actually say it's terrible.
I think it tastes like very nice and home cooked.
Ramen's so good, you don't need anything else.
That actually looks pretty fucking good. I would buy that.
Yeah, you would, because you're a schmuck. Up next, I'm thinking something even more special. We call it La Futre. And I've just got the cheapest hand moisturizer I could find. This is not sponsored. This cost me 20 bucks. All right, let's get some pumps in there, because I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of La Futre on their face? Oh, it smells like La Futre. Not that I know what La Futre smells like.
I smell mine, let me tell you.
So 3 products left. We're gonna go with Acqua di Rubinetto, otherwise known as tap water. So our influencers think they're trying Svalbardri still water, which is Antarctic glacial water. $10,000 bottle right there. And in this jar, we're gonna have a little bit of moon air. Which obviously is not real. And last but not least, we've got Martian soil. Because
How many years does it take to fly to Mars and that?
it's like 40 years. The Mars rover only just got there. That right there is what we want influencers promoting. Now, since Space Center Australia is actually a real brand and we didn't want to get sued, we included more red flags in this one than any of our other fake brands, including not in the Space Center Australia logo, and also a literal disclaimer saying we are not Space Center Australia. Now that we've got all of our fake brands set up, it's time we send out all the emails and wait.
But if we're going to convince any of these influencers that any of these brands are real, we first needed a website.
So for that, I'm using Odoo. Starting with our AI-powered e-commerce builder, it makes building real businesses even easier. All it takes is 4 simple steps, and now all of our businesses have their own custom websites. Now I just need to input my business type and goals, pick the color palette I like, all the pages and features I need, and now we have all of these custom themes to choose from.
I can then easily add a product by clicking here, and after quickly filling in a couple of details, we're ready to sell some moon air. But if we really want our influencers to think our moon air is real, you can then use this /all command and get all of these customizable options. Once you've written a quick description, you're pretty much ready to take on NASA. All that's left to do is to add your e-commerce details, and now you're ready to sell moon air for a cool $30.
The best part is your first app with Odoo is free for life with unlimited hosting and support. You also get a free domain name for your first year, so start selling your products on our website and sign up using the link in our description. My name is Richard Throbbins. I work at Not Space Center Australia.
Dick throbbing.
Dick Throbbins. Hello.
Hey Richard, how you going?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good, oh my gosh. What a backdrop. Now I'm jealous that I have a customized name.
Yeah, we want to reach out to a bunch of influencers, find a new generation of engineers.
What we provide is people from multiple different areas of life, and we handle all of that process behind the scenes, all of that admin and legwork that it takes to set up and run an influencer strategy.
I see a lot of potential there.
I would use because she speaks to a TikTok younger generation, like, oh my god guys, I've just been sent Martian, like soil.
Obviously you guys do a lot of research for all the brands that you work with.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of research done? Do you guys do a lot of research when?
Yeah, we work with Lululemon for about 2.5 years.
I think we're trying to find 5-ish creators around that $1,000 real end story.
Awesome.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Buzz off now.
How did she leak so abruptly? Why did she leak so abruptly?
Well, they all do their research apparently. Now it's time to see if the influencers actually believe it. We also had Australia's #1 TikToker. Their agent got back to us and they said they want to lock it in. Guess how much they're charging? $4,500 for an Instagram story. I literally put, the reason we're doing this is because boomers like us don't know how to phantom tax that skibbity riz.
With our talent agents convinced, we were then able to confirm 15 influencers who were going to promote our terrible product. Our French semen sample had attracted 3 influencers, our terrible ramen 5, our luxury tap water 2, and finally our Space Center samples had 5 influencers keen to either promote moon air or Martian soil. And so with those results, it looked like our foodie influencers had taken the lead. But our entertainment influencers weren't doing much better either, especially since one of these guys was Australia's self-proclaimed biggest TikToker. So with our products sent off, would anyone actually tell us if our products were terrible? And it was time to see if anyone would even promote them at all.
Okay, so one of our influencers has just cancelled on us, unfortunately citing that our semen cream looks half used. I'm not sure why they would ever say that.
And the bad news didn't stop there.
Okay, this is not good. We had another person cancel on us. Bro, I actually think this is going to be harder than I thought. She wants a certificate of authenticity for our moon air, which obviously I can't provide, so there goes another one. We're down to 13 influencers.
Excuse me some hope. Excuse me some hope. The people are actually doing their research.
Take a moment for yourself to feel, to love, to touch, to pamper. Not just skin experience, them truly nourishing.
That's so much worse when you know that the future means calm.
Alrighty, the results are in. We have just finished talking to 200 influencers and their agents. So what type of influencer is the most honest? First up, our foodie influencers couldn't get enough of Just Nice Ramen, with 11 influencers wanting to promote the product. Out of those 11, we paid 6 of them. And with an unexpected big win for our foodie influencers, 2 of them cancelled on us because the product was shit. For our French cream, 15 of our beauty influencers wanted to promote the product, but unfortunately half of them charged the price of a small child. So we only ended up paying 3 of them. And with another unexpected big win, one of our beauty influencers thought the product was absolutely horrible and decided to also cancel on us. The lifestyle influencers were up next, and these cheeky buggers wanted to charge on average $7,000 per story.
Your auntie's cheaper than that.
Only 3 of them wanted to promote our luxury water brand, but only one of them ended up going through with it. And finally, our entertainment influencers. These are my people, and I believed in them. Well, I believed wrong, because our entertainment people were charging on average $5,000 per story. And 28 out of 100 of the influencers that we messaged wanted to promote Martian soil or moon air. It's not all doom and gloom though, because 80% of the influencers then wanted to learn more, and most of them actually realized that we're not Space Center Australia, except for these 5 influencers and one of Australia's biggest TikTok influencers.
That means out of the 200 influencers, a total of 73 influencers don't do their research, 12 will promote just about anything, and it looks like our foodie influencers are the worst when it comes to selling you something they actually care about.
So let's take a look at what I spent $14,000 on.
But before we do that, for you people watching at home, be careful how quickly you trust something that's marketed online. And for those influencers watching this, let's do better. And if you haven't already, subscribe.
Just Nice Ramen made cold fermented noodles that have that insane chewy texture and taste like pure umami goodness.
Take a moment for yourself to feel, to love, to touch, to pamper.
Just pure, scientifically backed hydration.
This is a water sample from this brand called Aqua Limited. Apparently this is pure Arctic glacier water, which is meant to taste like real water. Wait. Okay, I was not expecting that. You know how some people say that different water tastes differently? Well, now I get what they were talking about. Like, one sip of this water felt so clean.
Today, I have received part of the moon.
As you can read here, I am now the proud owner of a moon air sample. You can't buy this.
And yes, it's 100% real.
How much would you pay for real moon air? $1 million. Did you know Space Center Australia is building its own space center here in Australia?
No, I didn't know that.
Space Center Australia is making space accessible to everyone, from research and training to the future of space tourism. Want to be a part of Australia's journey to the stars? Join the mission today.
Do your research, please don't sue me. Follow me on Instagram as well.